Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori. If you're new here, if you're not new here, welcome back. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button below, please do that. You don't have to, but it would be much appreciated. And today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is skincare and acne. So if you've been following my journey, you probably know that I have been struggling with various forms of acne for the past my life. But about a year ago I had really bad hormonal acne, and so that was a struggle to sort of get to the bottom of and finally heal. If you're interested in seeing that video, I will either link it somewhere on the screen or down below. And then once I did heal that, I just had sort of very surface level minor breakouts that were just getting really pesky and annoying and constant, and so I started the acne.org regimen to see if that would help fix it, and this was about 4 months ago. And I have a video from my first week on the acne.org regimen, so you can see my results after 1 week. Again, I will link it somewhere here or down below. And then I believe I also did a 1 month update. And now that I've been on the regimen for about 4 months, I feel like I've really gotten to know it better. I really understand these products more and what they do for my skin. And so I thought I would do a little update on this since I do have more information to share now. So first things first, this is my current skin. Whenever I make these videos, I don't wear face makeup, just for like transparency so that you can see what these products effect on my skin are. So I also like to film on days that aren't my best but aren't my worst. So this is a very average day for my skin. There are days when it's actually better than this and I'm like glowing, and there are days when it's a little bit worse than this, and those are typically right before my period. And so I do think that that sort of time of the month is consistently my worst time of the month. But right now it's about a week after, so those are slowly healing, and my skin is kind of balancing out after that again. Anyway, so as you can see, it's fairly clear. I don't have any breakouts. During my period I did get one there, got a little one on my nose, and one right there. Based on my scarring, you can see where I have gotten acne in the past. When I had hormonal acne, I had really bad breakouts on my chin area, and so you can see that there's still just some darker marks from that, as well as this area of my face on this side as well. I'm getting really up close and personal. And then a little bit on my forehead too. So these are actually way better than they were when I first got them, and there were certain things that I did to try and heal those dark marks, that hyperpigmentation, a little bit faster. So if you're interested in seeing a video on that, I can do that. But since moving to the Netherlands, I wasn't able to bring any of those products or just things that I was doing with me, and so I haven't really seen any progress with those darker marks in the past 4 months. And so I've been wanting to try the acne.org AHA treatment. It's glycolic acid, I think it's 10%. So if anybody's tried that and they want to leave their comments on their thoughts about it down below, that would be really, really helpful, because I am trying to decide what form of glycolic acid to get, because using a very minor dose of glycolic acid in the past was what helped clear the ones that I had, or not clear, but fade them a lot. So anyway, enough of that. I want to get into the products. So the acne.org regimen, if you're unfamiliar with it, you have the cleanser, which is just a foaming cleanser, which I originally thought would be very drying, but it has been working out fairly well for me. You have the moisturizer. I don't know what happened to these bottles. I think they just weren't designed for pressure. Like, even when I tried to unbend them or open it or just like release whatever pressure is going on here, nothing helps. And then the benzoyl peroxide. So these are the 3 sort of steps in the regimen, and I've been using all 3 for the past 4 months. Apologies for whatever shift just happened. This is a different day. I was just editing, and then I realized I forgot to mention that all the acne.org products are also cruelty-free and vegan. So if you are someone who is concerned with those things, this is a huge benefit. It was for me. This is not sponsored at all. I wish it was. All of the products that I'm talking about in the regimen, I will link down below in the description. So if you are interested in checking it out, it'll be down below for you. Okay. First things first that I think is important to mention, they say that I think they expect you to go through these over the course of 1 month. It has been 4 months, and all of these I still have product. I am running low on this, so I have to buy a new one of this, which I will probably be doing in the next week. This is the cleanser because I use this the most. The benzoyl peroxide, as I mentioned in my other update video, I have not been using this fairly consistently. I just use this when I have breakouts. So in the recommendations, they recommend that you put this all over your face every day, I think. Twice a day? Every day? Once a day? I don't know. But that was way too much for me. I basically used this the most at the beginning when it was clearing the breakouts that I had, and then just as needed since then. And so whenever I do get breakouts, I'll use this twice a day, but just on the areas that I'm breaking out. I don't put this all over my face because it is strong and very drying and irritating. And so I had a lot of problems with this at the beginning. I got just sort of red flaky skin, but my skin has gotten a little bit more used to it now, so that doesn't happen, but I still don't use it that heavily or often. I'll probably use it at least like once a day, but it might just be one dot on my face, you know. And the lotion I also use consistently twice a day, every day. And my relationship with this, I think, has changed a lot over the past few months. I started out, I don't know if I said this in my video or if I said this responding to a comment, but at one point I said that I thought that the benzoyl peroxide was the most effective step of this treatment, and that you could probably just get away with using another cleanser and lotion if you wanted to. I've changed my position on this. I love them all, and I think that they're all really important for different things. I think for the act of just clearing your skin, the benzoyl peroxide is the sort of most powerful part of the regimen, but the moisturizer is different than other moisturizers. And I can say this now because I've tried other moisturizers when traveling when I didn't have this, and they didn't work the same. And I've come to find out that the licosalicone, I definitely am not pronouncing that right, and I don't know if it's gonna focus. There we go. So that's the licorice root extract, and it's basically an ultra calming licorice root extract. It gives moisturizer a little bit of a yellow color. So that ingredient in the moisturizer, I think, is amazing. I think that's what has been helping my skin just maintain a really even consistency. So in the past, even when my skin has been nice, it hasn't been sort of just like even toned and just like consistent or glowy. And I find that using this moisturizer kind of calms it all down. So even just like red areas sort of settle. It's exactly what it says. It's ultra calming, and it just really soothes your skin. And so I have found that this has been the most significant in terms of my complexion, because it just gives me a really nice glowy complexion and very even without using a toner or anything. And so yeah, I have been really, really loving the moisturizer, and I do think that that active ingredient in there, I don't even know if it's an active ingredient, but that ingredient in there is really, really important. And it is an active ingredient, or it is an ingredient in the glycolic acid as well. And so that is why I'm also very curious to try that product. And this is already all over the place. I should have just gone in order with the products, but that's okay. The cleanser I have been loving. I use this twice a day, every day, once in the morning and once at night. I don't do the full pump. They say that you should do like a full pump of this. I probably do about half a pump, a little bit less in the morning and a little bit more at night, just to get a better cleanse at night. And I find that this is enough. I don't want to over dry my skin either, so I feel like less product does what it needs to do without really drying out my skin. And this, I haven't fully experimented with a lot of other cleansers yet, honestly, because I'm just kind of scared to, because my skin has been so nice, and I'm scared if I stop doing any of this stuff, it's going to break out more. But my plan is for summer, like once this bottle runs out, I'm gonna try using something else, maybe just like another more natural cleanser. This is fairly natural though. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but before I was using this, I had a very, very gentle natural cleanser. So I'm thinking I might try one of those just for a week or two to see how my skin responds to it. while still using the other two products, the glycolic acid and the lotion, just to see how that goes. But as of now, I'm really happy with this, and so I'm okay with using it consistently just because I feel like the results are worth it. And I did order another one because I'm running out and I'm scared of not having this just because I love it so much. And I find though that I have to use a moisturizer after this. It doesn't severely dry me out, but it does leave me a little bit drier and tighter, which again, I'm not a super fan of. Like, I wish I could find a cleanser that was a little bit softer and more gentle, but it just works so well that I don't want to experiment that much. I think this has also been really effective in keeping these areas of my face clear, like around my hairline. I always found that I would get breakouts there, and my nose as well. I would get very small breakouts there, and I think it was just from bacteria or dirt from my hair or from sleeping or touching my face. And I really think that this cleanser does a good job at helping get rid of those. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else to add. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you've tried this regimen, also leave your thoughts and reactions, because I think everyone's skin is different, and I have heard stories of other people's skin not reacting well to this, and so I think it's important to, before you purchase the product, just, I guess, do your research, and just make sure you get like a balanced view of opinions. That's what I did before trying this, and I came to the conclusion that it was worth trying. And my sister also tried this as well. You can see her trying it in my first video, the 1 week results of acne.org, and it worked for her as well. So I really do have a lot of faith in this regimen, but I also know that everyone's skin is different, so it might not work for everyone. There are also several things that I do in addition to this that I think help keep my skin fairly clear, and I share a few of those in one of my recent videos. I think it was like, I don't remember the number, but it was like natural skincare tips, and these are things that are not like skincare products that I use, but they're just like sort of holistic natural tips for clearing skin. Those are also part of my routine. It's not just these products, but I do think that these products have been the most effective and maintaining a healthy diet and staying hydrated as well. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you soon.